Hi there, just read this disclaimer please.
Alright people, I'm just going to give you a very quick update on what I've been doing since the last video. The first thing I did was I bought and sold merchants from the general investment account, sold it from there, bought it in the SIP. So nothing much to say there really. Probably trimmed off like £1 or two from my yearly income because of the the trading costs and the stamp duty. So that's normal. So we're now, if we look at the general investment account, we're now down to about £9 in merchants, and lots of losses I can use to prevent myself from going above the £3 capital gains tax allowance, so long as nothing majorly good happens. And then the second one was I did a couple of rebalances. I sold some bits of NatWest and Barclays and put it into Impact Healthcare REIT, and then the Barclays cash I put 300 quid from Barclays into Gore Street Energy, because Gore Street Energy had a bit of a dip, so I just topped it back up to about 300 quid. Just kind of, I mean, it just moves at the edges really, just basically because my my legacy holdings, the ones I've held for years and years, are way bigger than all of these newish ones. So it's just a bit of a rebalance gradually. And then on the 2nd of August, we just had the usual Fundsmith update. He bought a new position, small position in Atlas Copco. So basically I just trimmed most, if not all, of the ones that say Fundsmith here. So I trimmed in proportion all of the ones in Fundsmith and just made a small position in Atlas Copco, which is about 1.2% now. As usual though, it's got the usual dilemma of when do we make it a full position, because he says small position. So I don't know, at some point I might just randomly make that to 2%, which I think is his kind of starting position size, is about 2%, I think. I'm kind of speculating there, but that's what I reckon. And then on the 9th of August, what did I do on the 9th of August? Oh yeah, this is me. I'm going off the rails, guys. I originally said this Trading 212 account was just going to be a replication of Fundsmith, but I've already made my first probably stupid move. I bought CrowdStrike. You know the one that had all the issues making all of these airlines stop being able to work for a few days. I bought it because it was on a dip. So I've opened a position there, and I kind of just hand selected some of the holdings in the portfolio to trim here. Well, you can see all the details there. Basically, I trimmed a bit of Fortinet because they're in the same business, so it's kind of like keeping it in the same business, and then the rest of them were kind of like the holdings that are kind of stapley ones rather than kind of tech ones. I decided to sell, and I've just made a small position in CrowdStrike. If we look at the chart of it, it's on like a 38%, 37-38% down draw. But I'd say it's like 50-50 as to whether it recovers from here gradually, or whether there's another step down in the price when they realise how many companies are suing them because of the error they made. So that's why I've made it like a 1.2% position. So if it steps down again to here or something, or here, I might make it up to a 2% position. If it recovers from here, I might just leave it as it is and let it recover. So I'm thoroughly expecting it to go down from here. But it is just a small position anyway, so it's not like it's going to affect my life. This is more and more becoming my fund portfolio and less becoming my algorithmically following Fundsmith portfolio. And then yesterday, what did I do? Oh yes, I did more of this rebalancing from the legacy holdings into the new ones. So basically I just sold a bit of GSK and I sold a bit of Barclays, and I put it all into Pfizer 2800. It's just like the £2 I had in it originally was it's just a bit too much of a small position really. It was hard to care about it at £2, and I'm like, oh, £3, yeah, I can care a bit more about it at £3. It's not at £3 yet, but it's at 2,800 put in and about 2,800 worth. And it added probably 15 quid to my expected income, because Barclays and GSK are yielding just under 4%, Pfizer's about 5%. Although, you know, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if there was a cut in that dividend, to be honest. It's one of these recovery stocks. Not sure there's anything else to tell you really. No, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.